These are not players training for a World Cup match, but these are inmates of Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center training their minds to give up on drugs. In Ghana, many youth gather in ghettos to abuse substances that are destroying their future. Most of them end up sleeping while walking because of illicit drugs they take. Here in Bahas Home and Rehabilitation Center in Wa, I tell you a story of two young men who are drug addicts. One is 28-year-old trained teacher Ali Labaran from Kumasi, who lost his mother while he was in training college and could not withstand the pain.
I was
of losing
involved
her.
in drug addicts, like let me say drug abuse. I was involved in drug abuse, which my family didn't like it at all. I started it in the college. That is where it got started, because I lost my mom in 2021. One day asked me, Ali, why are you so worried like that? Every time I come, sometimes you don't go to lectures, you will be sitting in the room, you will be worried, and I don't know why. People are asking me. So I told him it is the pain of losing my mother that is making me frustrated. That is why sometimes I even neglect lectures, and then sometimes I used to keep quiet and be sitting alone.
His roommate told him that he had a drug that, when he took it, would make him forget everything.
I was having a friend in the college, which he was my roommate. So he was the one who introduced me to the marijuana, which is the drug of marijuana. He introduced it to me. So he told me that he's having a drug that when we take, we will forget everything. We will be feeling okay and it will ginger us. So that was where it got started. He introduced me to the marijuana first time, second time, third time. So he sent me to there, and then from there I became an addict. So it was part of me till I went to the United Arab Emirates, and then I came back. So when I came back, my uncle told me that he wants to help me to stop the drugs and change a life, because when I came back from United Arab Emirates, I spent only 1 week with my dad, and my dad also passed away.
Another is 25-year-old Abdul Rashid Aslam, who was also into drugs.
I was involved in drugs abuse. My parents brought me here, and I think I've learned a lot from Bahas Foundation, and I really appreciate for what I've learned.
Labran praises Bahas Mental Home because here he does not get the chance to smoke again.
Oh, now that I'm here, I can say it is good, because as for here, you will not even get the chance to get it. Since I came here, we have stopped. I have put a stop to it, and then I can see changes in myself, because it is something that has really helped me. Because if the family want to help you and they say you are a smoker, then everybody don't want to help you. But when they hear that I am in a rehab and I'm changing my life, they all call and they are giving me good tidings of my future, that they are having great future for me.
Ali Labran has this powerful message to people who are into drugs abuse.
Yes. Now the message I have for each and everyone out there is that drugs or drug abuse is something that is killing the youth, is spoiling the youth of tomorrow. So I will entreat each and every person who is into drugs to stop. And now that I've found myself in the Bahas Mental Home, I am willing to become a tool of change to the society of the tomorrow, so that me too, when I go out, I will find some of my colleagues, friends, families who are engaged in the drug abuse, so that I will help them change their life and then get a normal life and then become normal, so that they will also abstain from the drugs, and then all of us can help the society and become one nation.
All that the inmates in Bahas Mental Home are asking for is to accept them when their tenure of rehabilitation ends and they are now coming back to the society. Accept them as brothers they wish for.
I just want them to take me as their brother man. I would like to advise everybody to abstain from drugs. It's not really good to our system.
The Chief Executive Officer of Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center, Baba Elias Yusuf, confirms that most patients in the center are youth involved in substance abuse.
We have 58 people in our mental home. Majority of them are youth, aging 14 to 35. And 10 of them are female, the rest are male. Most, just few of them are these normal mental, but a number of them are these substance abuse and drugs.
The Upper West Regional Mental Health Officer of the Regional Health Directorate, Basigne Sylvester, described addiction as a chronic brain disease that can be hard to break.
So if you look at the psychological aspect of drug abuse, including alcohol, we have what we call substance-induced psychosis. When you keep taking substances over time, you get psychotic. When we say one gets to the psychotic stage, it means the person is hallucinating. When you're hallucinating too, these are false perceptions. You hear voices, you see visuals which are not actually in existence. So aside the hallucinations, they are delusional. When we say someone is delusional, the person has his or her own false, firm, fixed beliefs. Because there are most of these substances. Once you get addicted, it's difficult to withdraw. We see addiction to be a chronic brain disease. We say addiction is a chronic relapsing brain disease. You may want to stop. Make all the efforts. Before you know, you'll get back to it. That's why we say it's a chronic relapsing brain disease.
The Upper West Regional Head of Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, Kelvin Dafari, outlined activities they have done to fight drug abuse in their region.
Rafik, let me make it clear that tramadol is not an illegal drug. It's a licit drug. But our problem with tramadol is how we use it in the country, especially in the Upper West region. So tramadol is a prescription-only drug. When we say it's a prescription-only drug, that means it's supposed to be dispensed only in pharmacies and health facilities above the level of a district hospital. Yes. As a regional office of the Food and Drugs Authority, we have embarked on a lot of regulatory actions. From market surveillance, we have conducted market surveillance in pharmacies and over-the-counter. We know that the over-the-counter are not supposed to sell, but anytime we enter, they will still look for. We have done a lot of trainings for owners of pharmacy, and we have always insisted that they are supposed to sell this drug only under prescription.
Kelvin also doubled as a spokesperson for the Anti-Drug Abuse Task Force formed by the Upper West Regional Minister, Lawyer Charles Longo Pozun, upon resuming office.
And I think before he came to office, he saw the way that we're struggling in the fight to stop this abuse of drugs in the region, especially tramadol. So I was very happy when I received a letter from the Upper West Regional Minister inviting me to be part of a task force that he wants to set up to fight this problem in the region. Yes, we arrested about 2 people in connection with this. And the 2 people that were arrested, we carried out the necessary regulatory actions against them. I think one was arrested in Jirapa and the other one was arrested in the market around the White East area. So the appropriate sanctions were meted out to them.
The Chief Executive Officer of Youth Employment Agency, Malik Basintali, expressed worry about the trend of drugs abuse and called for rehabilitation centers in every region.
I encourage everyone, including our chiefs, our security agencies, and especially for us to expand and create a lot of rehabilitation centers in all regions. I think that it should be something the Ghana Psychiatric or Mental Health Authority should take up, and also speak to His Excellency the President or the Minister responsible for health on that every region should have a government rehabilitation center, so that some of these people could always, if there's going to be Black Maria, there should be a Black rehabilitation center, so that when you arrest them, you take them to the rehab and you stock them there for months so that they get counseling and they're able to go off it. Highly worried. I'm highly worried because we've had very brilliant minds and brilliant people who we have lost. There are people I grew up with, even in my communities, that today I see and I just know that we've lost them. Clearly, because these are brilliant minds who have engaged in different drugs. What scares me a lot is that just when we started fighting red, now the people say red is even the basic drug. They have now gone beyond red.
Baba Eliasu pleads for support to meet rent and medication challenges at the center.
Yeah, the biggest challenge is when it's come to time for this, the rent. It's one of our biggest challenge, and then the immediate issue is the medication. For feeding, I can say Alhamdulillah, people used to donate food and other, but medication, utility is there. And then the rent is the biggest challenge.
We really need the support of the government. Any little support that the government can support us, we are really appreciative. What we went through was not our fault, but it was the fault of friends and the peer pressure. So we will entreat each and every person who is into drugs to abstain from it.
A report by Rafik Nungo Adam.